Hello, this is Global Family in Fukushima. In this video, we will be going back to Australia again, and I thought I would show you a little bit about the train system in Australia. I know that sounds a little bit random, but I think it's something that is a bit different than in Japan. And I thought there might be some people who might be interested in it. So when I went on a trip to Sydney City on the train, I took some videos to show you all. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Take a look. One thing I love about Japan is how predictable the weather is. I checked yesterday and it said it was going to be raining. No, I'm too hot. It's a beautiful day. Look at this beautiful blue sky. 80% chance of rain. What are you talking about? Then again, maybe they were right. It's pissing down. It's raining really heavily in Sydney today. Now that I've got to the city, it's raining. Lucky me. There's the train coming in. Australian train.
Next stop, Wynyard. Change at Wynyard for circulating St James and Museum stations, ferries from Barangaroo and light rail services.
The seats are all facing that way because it's just bounced back. You can move the seats yourself. At the moment in Australia, you don't have to wear a mask everywhere, but you do have to wear one when you're on a train or at a train station.
This train will stop at Wynyard. Masks are mandatory on public transport and at public transport waiting areas, including the station and all platforms. Fines will apply.
So we're about to go over the Harbour Bridge in the train. So here we are on the Harbour Bridge. The weather's a bit terrible today. You can see the Harbour House over there. Or 6 lanes for cars, as well as trains going in both directions. Harbour Bridge and Opera House are definitely places I recommend you visit when you're here. And the beach, if you can make it. Looks like there's another train in the other direction. So we can see up this side. You can see over Darling Harbour. At New Year's there's fireworks over here, which is really beautiful to see. Down there is Lunar Park. We're just about to come off the Harbour Bridge, as you can see. So I've been to the city today to meet a friend, and now I'm on my way home. So on Sydney trains, we use a thing called an Opal card, which is very similar to a Suica card or Oyster card in the UK. Many countries have them now. You can tap on and off. But what I really like about them is it tells you how much money you have left in your card when you tap on and off. So now we're at Milson's Point, which is the train station
is Milson's
on the northern side of the Harbour Bridge. As you can see, I'm wearing a mask, because it is the law here, and if you're not wearing a mask on public transport or on this train station, you can get fined. However, I have seen quite a lot of people not wearing them even though they are supposed to. Outside of train stations and so on, you don't need to wear a mask, but some people do choose to, and it is strongly recommended. You are supposed to wear a mask if you are a close contact of someone who has COVID.
Next stop, North Sydney.
Things that are different between Australia and Japan. once again, I wanted to show you, so you should be able to see that this is the upstairs area. You can see the stairs over there, goes down to where the doors are, and then there's stairs that go down as well. So all of our trains in Sydney are double-decker trains, so you go up and down. Some of our stations are indoors, underground, and some of them are above ground. Particularly the ones in the city are underground, and the ones further out into the suburbs are usually above ground.
Attention customers, next stop is Hornsby, where this train terminates. Just repeating, next stop Hornsby, this train terminates there and will be returning towards the city. Change at Hornsby for Berara, Newcastle and Central Coast intercity services. Next stop Hornsby, please alight from the train, is our final stop. Thank you for traveling with us. Have a great day.
So this time I'm going to be getting the train up the coast, so out of Sydney to the Central Coast. And what's very interesting is that not all of the train stations are as long as the train. So this train is 8 carriages. Some of the stops along there, the platform is only 6 carriages long. Some places is only 4 carriages long. One place I think is actually only half a carriage long, and you have to get out of the last door on the train. So it's really interesting. You need to know where you've got to get off, where you need to be on. So the station I'm getting off at is actually only 4 carriages long, so I need to be on the second half of the train. Yeah, so I've heard of people getting caught because they were on the wrong side of the train and couldn't get off where they wanted to, so you have to be really careful. So here comes the intercity train. It's intercity because we're technically leaving Sydney on this train and we're going all the way up. It goes all the way to Newcastle, this train. So trains are a little bit different. This is an old style train, but still upstairs and down. So that was a short video about the train system in Sydney. In Sydney, out in the suburbs, outside of the city, you pretty much need a car to get around in some areas. But in the Sydney centre and near that, there's a lot of trains and buses that you can get around on, as well as ferries, so boats, and also trams in the middle of the city, which are, I don't know what they're called in Japanese. What are they called in Japanese? Romen densha? Romen densha, apparently. So we have quite a complicated public transport system, but it works reasonably well. The Opal card is very similar to Suica, so that part's fairly similar. As I showed you in the video, some train stations, particularly once you get out of Sydney proper and into sort of the country areas, there are shorter train stations and you need to know which carriage of the train to get on so you can get off where you want to get off. So the shortest train station is only half a carriage long, so you have to be in the last carriage to get off. In the last carriage at the last door in order to get off at that train station, which I think is just a little bit unique and special to the Sydney train system. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.